So I've often wondered about this. I understand scripturally how to define this context, of people that kill their own babies. I understand the spiritual context of that, the scriptural context of it, but I don't understand the practical. In my brain, this doesn't connect. People that kill their own children. I don't understand that. It literally doesn't make sense. Recently, in my church, I was dedicating a baby. And basically what we do when we dedicate a baby is we're actually dedicating the parents and the family. So they bring the baby up, and there's some things that we do that I think are pretty cool. And I also, sometimes if the baby doesn't look like it's going crazy, I'll try to hold the baby while I pray for it. So Mom gave me the baby, and holding the baby, and I start to pray for the baby, and my microphone is right here, and the baby's head's right here, and she says something, and she realizes that her voice just got very loud across this room. Catches her. I'm trying to talk to God, and she starts having a conversation in that microphone. And so I stopped because I realized at that point, at least from my perspective, I think God was enjoying the conversation with the baby more than he was enjoying the conversation with me. And then I think to myself, people try to define this as a clump of cells. I don't understand it. I don't understand the level of self and depravity you have to get to see that as a clump of cells and think, let's kill it. I don't understand that. I had a new grandbaby born Christmas Day. Very premature, like 4 pounds something. Asked my wife what that number is. And went over to see it a week and a half ago, and she's huge now. She's 7 pounds. She's growing like crazy. But I was gonna hold hands with the baby, tiny, tiny, tiny little hands. Puts out her hands, and Mom stops me, makes me go shower. I think put on a nuclear hazard suit and all kinds of stuff so I could hold the baby's hand. And she grabbed onto my finger, and her hand doesn't even go all the way around my finger. And baby's skin is so soft, so amazingly soft. And I'm sitting there holding my new granddaughter's hand, and I'm thinking of all the different little babies still in the womb. She should still have been in the womb when I was holding her hand. And in Colorado, we're allowed to kill her. And I'm sitting there holding her little hand, and she's a biracial baby. And I'm thinking of all the little black kids, little brown kids, little white kids, and their tiny little hands and their very, very tender skin. And then I think, we define that as a clump of cells. We define that as not a person. I've even heard people define it as something akin to a tumor that is pulling the life away from Mom. I don't understand a society that gets to that point. I understand spiritually what it means and how you get to that point. It's the bottom of the bottom spiritually. It is the depravity of humanity. I just don't understand practically how you look at a baby and you say, let's kill it. I don't understand it. But I do know that God is very concerned about these little babies and their conversations. And I read out of Psalms 127, verse 3, that says, children are a gift from the Lord. I think we're coming to a time very quickly when God's done and he's had enough. And I am very worried about that day, because we will all be held accountable for murdering his little children.